Hey, hello friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I'd just go crazy. But anyway, some good news, especially since we just gave away a Tank Lawrence autographed shirt to Domingo. It looks like the Dallas Cowboys have it in their mind that one way or another, Demarcus Lawrence will be back in Dallas. That's right. They plan on, if they can't sign him to a long-term deal, which is going to be a whole lot of money, they will tag him. Now, I, for one, am not looking forward to the idea of him being tagged because basically we're talking about $15, $16 million as a cap hit, and then you're dealing with the situation again next year. You know, take a look at the Washington Redskins right now, who 2 years in a row tagged Kirk Cousins and basically have paid him $40-some million, and now they're at the crossroads of, do we tag him again and pay about $30 million, or do we transition tag him, or do we sign him to a long-term deal? Had they signed him to a long-term deal a couple of years ago, probably wouldn't have cost more than $45 million guaranteed. Just saying. So you don't want to necessarily play with that. As well as, here's the thing. We've got about $18 million right now in cap room before we release anybody or do any changes on the team. If you franchise tag him, we're talking about $15 and $16 million of that money going right to him right now. You sign him to a long-term deal, you know, let's say that we use Tyron Smith's contract, for example, which was an 8-year, $96 million contract. Well, the first year of the contract, the cap hit was only $5-point-some million. So you can be creative when you come to a long-term deal where you're not feeling so much pain, especially after this year we end up finally getting Tony Romo off the books after that $9 million that of dead money of his is still on there. So you can go ahead and backload that contract for him, go ahead and get him signed, locked up long-term, as well as still keep some money open to sign some other guys like Zach Martin, David Irving, and maybe even become a player. That's right, a player in free agency. Because I believe that, personally, Jerry Jones better be thinking in his mind, this is it with Jason Garrett. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that we succeed this year. Because we cannot continue to waste talent and time like we have. You've got a young team, one of the youngest team in the NFL. If you can get a mix of some good veterans in there, have a good draft, give Jason Garrett all the tools he needs, hopefully, maybe this year we'll do better than just making the playoffs. You know, I for one have not been a Jason Garrett fan, and we showed it last night on Law Nation's live stream where me and Vosh got into it. He believes in Jason Garrett. Well, I don't, but we're definitely going to be revisiting that. So that brings you up to speed right now with the Dallas Cowboys, and later on, I'm going to have my thoughts on the Pittsburgh Steelers' Todd Haley, a former wide receiver coach of the Dallas Cowboys, who has just been let go. I'll see you guys later.